Welcome back to the Bonner Center. I'm Zach Browning, set for Game 2 of 4 this evening here at the City League. We've got USA First Financial and PinchHit Consulting. USA First Financial 1-0 on the season, PinchHit Consulting 0-1. I believe we've had some, apologies for the delay in the start first off, but I believe we've figured out 5 players for USA First Financial. They struggled to put together an active roster for tonight. They've got Julian Jones is active. He's here. John Foster is here as well. They've got Chris Walker, who will be sporting 91. He's, for lack of a better way to put it, been plucked off the sidelines here. I believe that's Rip Stoper as well that has joined USA First Financial. They've got one more over there on the bench. They've got 5. PinchHit Consulting goes 7 deep tonight. And it looks like USA First Financial might start this game with 4 players. It's been a struggle over the last 15 minutes. I scrambled to try and find players that could play for USA First Financial. But it looks like we're ready to get underway. USA First Financial will start with 4 players on the floor. A 5th will come on. The ball is up. The tip is won by PinchHit Consulting. That's Webster. He'll step into a wide open 3 and knock it down against a defense that had 4 players. Walker. Here's Jones. Again, 4 players on the floor currently for USA First Financial as we get underway here from the Bonner Center. Driving, that's John Foster with the left hand. He can't finish. Henson can't connect from deep either. And here goes Jones. Julian Jones, far side of the floor. Again, USA First Financial, if you're just joining us, playing 4-on-5, but they've got themselves a bucket. Julian Jones, a step back 3. Here comes Jordan Walker. He'll take a screen to his left. Somebody's bound to be open. It's Webster. He's left all alone. He's already hit 1. He can't connect on a second to begin this ball game. Rebounded by Jones. Crossing over, stepping back, Jones over to Stoper. Stoper floater. That one missed everything. Here comes Walker attacking, stepping back, a fall-away jumper. Tough shot, but Walker gets it to go. Jones over to Chris Walker. Back to Jones. Again, 4-on-5 here for the first, well, really until we've got a dead ball. It's 5-3 early, and there's a dead ball, which will allow USA First Financial's 5th player to check in. Joe Rush has arrived, the leading scorer for USA First Financial, albeit around 15 to 20 minutes late. He has arrived, and USA First Financial has 5 on the floor, trailing just by 2 as that's a travel. USA First Financial 1-0. They beat Pivot League last Wednesday. PinchHit Consulting lost to Press Play Gaming Lounge 2 weeks ago as wide open underneath the basket. Justin Burns has himself his first points of the ball game. Here's Rush crossing over and losing it out of bounds. Another turnover. Give and go there, PinchHit Consulting. But that pass wayward. Here comes Jones attacking, going 1-on-4 on the right side. He can't finish. Rebound falls to Henson. PinchHit Consulting an early 7-3 lead. Henson crosses over, attacking, kicking to Webster. Now Webster drives at the front of the rim. His floater is off the left side of the iron. Joe Rush, far side. Below the three-point arc, stepping back. He's short on a fall-away mid-range jumper. Here's Webster. Webster knifing all the way to the basket. He finishes with a left hand. Kobe Webster had 10 points in that loss to Press Play Gaming Lounge 2 Wednesdays ago. Here's Rush, top of the key. Had a team high 26 in the first game of the season for USA First Financial, and that's his first bucket of the ball game. Joe Rush on the board, and back to within 4 is USA First Financial. Here's Walker. That is stolen from him. Foster takes it away. Numbers here, a pass into the forecourt to the cutting Joe Rush, and he's got buckets on back-to-back possessions. Webster down to Henson. He likes this matchup from a size perspective. He spins, falls away, and knocks down a tough short corner jumper. Rush looking to counter. He's got 4 straight for USA First Financial. Here's a sidestep 3. He rattles it in. 7 straight for Joe Rush. He's already proven in the first game of the year he can put up points in a hurry. He had 26. First game of the season for USA First Financial. He's got 7 straight here. That ball last touched by PinchHit Consulting. So USA First Financial have a chance to take their first lead of the ball game. Again, they started with just 4 players for around the first 2 or so minutes. Here's Rush. Is he still hot? Heat check. The three-pointer is off, but he was fouled on the three-point shot by Justin Burns. Joe Rush did not even get up a practice shot, did not get a warm-up shot or any time to warm up, period. He started this game on the bench, watched as 4 of his teammates kicked off the ball game. And he's come in and scored 7 straight points. He's got 2 more free throws here after the first one missed. Second free throw, good as well. Slight miscommunication there, but PinchHit Consulting trying to argue that it's just 2 free throws for Rush. He was about out near the volleyball line, so definitely a 3-point shot foul. Second free throw is off. Out of bounds, last touched by USA First Financial, but we've got ourselves a tie game. Just a hair over 6 minutes gone. Here's Webster. He knocked down a 3 earlier. Walker working against Stoper. Gives it off to Burns. Burns. That's a 3-pointer. That is off the mark. Burns short on that one, and ball finds the hands of Rush. Below the 3-point arc, getting it out to Foster. Foster finds himself alone from deep. He can't hit. And we have a whistle, a foul that's going to go against PinchHit Consulting. Tyrone Wright will pick up the foul, and now he'll head to the bench with Jaden Terry checking into the ball game. Inbound here to Foster, trying to break down Walker. Walker will shade him left. Foster will go left and finish with the left hand. First lead of the ball game for USA First Financial. It's a 13-11 lead. Walker down low to the rolling Jaden Terry. And Terry has himself a bucket. All knotted up back here at 13. Walker. Jones hands off to Rush. Rush lost it momentarily. Crosses over, loses it. And now numbers here for USA First, or excuse me, PinchHit Consulting. A nice behind-the-back pass from Walker leads to an easy bucket at the front of the rim for Justin Burns. Walker, Jones. Lefty fires from 3. That's off the right side of the iron. Rebounded by Webster. He'll push the pace. Henson stepping into a 3, knocks it down. Jamon Henson has himself his first 3 of the ball game. Here's Walker, Jones. Will he try again from over there? Nope, he'll reset it out to Foster. Foster slowing things down. 10 left on the shot clock. Foster going to have to make something happen. Shot clock at 4. Now 3. Sidestep 3 off the back of the rim. It hit the backboard 2. Webster now driving. Pulls it back out. Webster has a lane. Attacks with a right hand at the front of the rim. PinchHit Consulting, a 9-0 run after USA First Financial took their first lead of the ball game, and that will spark a timeout called by USA First Financial, trailing 20-13. It's a 9-0 run currently for PinchHit Consulting. It's been sparked by a whole lot of people, but specifically the defense. Justin Burns, a couple of buckets. Jamon Henson, a 3. Kobe Webster's been strong attacking the basket. This is a team in PinchHit Consulting that lost by just 7 in their first game of the season to Press Play Gaming Lounge. They had 4 in double figures in that game, including being led by Jalen Moore, who had 18. Jalen Moore not here tonight for PinchHit Consulting. They shot 42% from the field, 29% from 3, knocked in 8 of them in their first game of the year. Again, a loss to Press Play Gaming Lounge. USA First Financial, last week they took down Pivot League 75-68, 3 in double figures, including Joe Rush, who had 26. But Armand Brumet and Amir Brumet, two brothers that had double-digit performances last week for USA First Financial, they are not in attendance tonight. As here's Stoper driving, unable to finish. Tried to put some extra spin on that one, but offensive rebound here to USA First Financial. Foster, right side of the rim. Rebound falls to PinchHit Consulting. Walker has a lane driving, flips it over his head and right into the hands of Stoper. Here's Numbers, the alley-oop pass. Coming down with it is Walker and finishing on the right side. He couldn't quite handle the original pass, but got the bucket eventually. And that stops what was a 9-0 run for PinchHit Consulting. Jordan Walker, he'll launch from 3 and he'll connect. A hot start to the first half for Jordan Walker. He had 11 in his season debut a couple of weeks ago. Here's Rush, right elbow. It's off the front of the rim. Webster looking to attack. Burns gives way to Walker. Now Burns. Near side of the floor, Henson likes the matchup against Stoper. He drives all the way to the right side of the cup and finishes. PinchHit Consulting has opened up a double-figure lead here early in this first half. It's 25-15. Rush had his pocket picked. Henson, nobody in front of him. He throws it down with a vicious left-handed slam. Rush had slowed down. He had 7 straight at one point earlier in this first half. He's seeing 2. Pretty much he has, every time he has the ball, he's going to shoot a step-back 3. That's off the backboard. Walker the rebound. Excuse me, that's Jones the rebound, and he finishes the putback. Fall-away jumper. Walker is good again. Lead is 10 for PinchHit Consulting. Here's Foster, hounded by Walker defensively. Looking inside. He's got Rush. Rush, below the free throw line, is fouled. That one, the first foul of the ball game for Jordan Walker. Inbound here to Stoper, working against Henson. He drives right side, goes up, and it's sent away by Jaden Terry. It falls in the hands of Walker. Walker driving, kicking. Webster, now his turn to drive and finish with the left hand. The offensive flow has been found for PinchHit Consulting. Defensive intensity has picked up for them on this end as well. Walker finishes on the right side off of a slick pass from John Foster. And it's back to 10. Here's Webster. He's gotten to the lane pretty much any time he's wanted so far today. He'll take a screen, crossing over, throwing it over the top to Terry. Terry catches, goes up, can't finish. But he earns himself 2 shots upcoming here at the free throw line. Correction, not Jaden Terry. This is Ref Stevenson wearing Jaden Terry's number. His first free throw is off. So wearing number 2 for PinchHit Consulting tonight, Ref Stevenson, not Jaden Terry. Apologies for the mix-up there. His second free throw is good. Stevenson's extended the lead back to 11. Here's Walker. Jones crossing over against Stevenson. Great defense. Back out to Walker. Here's Foster. Shot clock at 6. Foster in and out. Shot clock at 2. He's got to get it up off the shot clock. That's a shot clock violation. Great defensive possession there for PinchHit Consulting. Have a timeout taken. I believe USA First Financial took the timeout. Ref Stevenson, the DePaul Tiger, played his high school basketball in Fishers at Hamilton Southeastern. Named third team all NCAC, excuse me. Had it right the first time as a sophomore last season. This past season, Stevenson started 25 games at DePaul in Greencastle, averaging 14.8 points per game, 7.9 rebounds per game. Fishers native here at the City League this summer. It's 30-19, the lead currently for PinchHit Consulting. And if you're just joining us, we had an unusual start to this ball game. USA First Financial had just one player for the longest time. Game was scheduled to tip off around 7:05-ish. We ended up tipping off around 7:20, and USA First Financial spent the first, 2 minutes of the game with just 4 players on the floor until Joe Rush, who showed up late, was finally able to check in. They've got all 5 now. Only 3 of them are regular members of the team. Chris Walker, a late addition, as well as number 2 for USA First Financial. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that's not Rip Stoper, but I'm not sure who it is, and he's wearing Rip Stoper's number. It's PinchHit Consulting basketball coming out of the timeout, trailing 30-19 is USA First Financial looking for a defensive stop here. It's been hard to come by stops for USA First Financial over the last couple of possessions. All the way to the basket, a nice fake coasting to the lane for the left-handed finish. A great finish by Walker. Lead is back up to 13. Here's Foster, now Rush. Got to think if USA First Financial wants to have a chance, Joe Rush might have to go for 50. Crossing over, he's doubled. He's seeing multiple bodies anytime he dribbles below the three-point line, and that's a turnover for USA First Financial. Here's Stevenson. Matched up here against Jones. Stevenson drives. The double comes. Finds the cutting Henson. A great cut from Henson and a great find from Stevenson. And the lead has grown to 15. Walker sizing up. Now working against Henson. That's a 3. That's long. Rebounded by Stevenson. He'll take it across the timeline himself before giving way to Henson. Top of the key, Henson. He's feeling it. The pull-up jumper is off. Stevenson the rebound. Henson Thought about reloading from deep. Instead, it's a long 2. It's off the front of the rim. Stevenson almost had another offensive rebound. Instead, it's Rush pushing the tempo. He lost the ball in midair, was able to regather it and finish with a right. Here's Walker left all alone. He steps into a 3. That's off. Offensive rebound right. And the ball finds the hands of Walker for USA First Financial. He's all alone and ahead of the basket for a wide open and easy right-handed layup. Back to within 11 is USA First Financial. That long shot off. Long offensive rebound out to PinchHit Consulting, and Dwayne Gibson is unable to convert. Here comes Walker. In and out, driving, right side block going up with the right hand. That one falls off the left side. Walker splitting the defense. He's fouled. Joe Rush going to pick up that one. First foul of the ball game for Joe Rush, as Stevenson will head to the bench, as will Henson. Webster back in, as is Burns for PinchHit Consulting, who lead 34-23 with 3:20 to play in this first half. Webster dishes. Walker drives, splitting the defense. He can't finish with the right hand. Defensive rebound, USA First Financial. That's a reach-in foul in the backcourt, the second on Walker. Rush right side. Pull up 3 over Walker. It's short. Long rebound falls into the hands of Rush. He'll now dribble to the near side corner. It's poked. Saved right into the hands of Walker. Step in long 2. That's off. Defense rebound finally corralled by Webster, and he'll slow it down ever so slightly. Webster lowing up a lob. That was well off target. Intended for Walker. Would have been a highlight reel play, but Webster couldn't find Walker on the cut for the alley-oop, and it remains an 11-point game. Crossover, right side elbow, driving and finishing with the right hand.
Walker, his third, team's fifth. Rush at the line. For USA First Financial, shooting 2.
PA guy here at the City League just referred to him as Rush. So we'll go with Rush for now, for number 2. Don't have his name, don't have the opportunity, unfortunately, to walk over mid-broadcast and ask for his name. So we're going with Rush for now. He missed the free throw. It's 34-25 with just under 90 seconds to play. Inbound here, Joe Rush finishes the alley-oop layup. A well-executed set there out of the baseline, out of bounds. Webster has it. His team's lead is down to 7, but only for a moment as Webster finishes with the right hand. He's had a good first half getting to the basket. Here's Rush. Had it poked from him. Out and running Burns all the way to the basket with a right hand. He was fouled. He couldn't finish. First foul on Foster. And 2 shots are coming here for Justin Burns. He had 5 points on 2 of 5 shooting for PinchHit Consulting in their first game of the season. That loss against Press Play Gaming Lounge. Press Play Gaming Lounge, a team we will see later tonight as Burns rattles in the first free throw. Press Play Gaming Lounge is next, actually. They've got Mambo's Cheesesteak coming up after this game as both free throws fall. Nice move there by Rush. He's got another basket at the front of the rim. Now 7 seconds to play in the half. Lead is 11. Webster, 4 seconds. Going to have to look to put up a shot. He drives, gets to the front of the rim, finishes with the right hand. A beautiful move for Kobe Webster, showing off the handles And the English on the finish, that right hand. He got to the basket with ease throughout much of that half, and that was an excellent capper on that first half. A 13-point lead for USA First Financial at the halftime break. They lead by 13. We'll be back for the second half on the other side of this break. Back here for the second half, live from the Bonner Center. It's a 42-29 lead at the halftime break for PinchHit Consulting over USA First Financial. Fresh 20 seconds on the game clock. And runner away here in the second half. USA First Financial looking to mount a comeback and stay undefeated on the season. That's a good start. Joe Rush, a right wing three to get the second half started. He had 14 of the 29 in the first half for USA Financial. He's up to 17 now. Walker looking to answer, and he does. A step back three. Jordan Walker, he had 9 in the first half. He hit one of his 2 threes. Now he has 2 of 3 from behind the arc. Nice entry pass there as Jones finishes with the right hand. Webster, the man who ended the first half in style, driving, right side block, floater off the glass too hard. Rebound tapped out of bounds. It will be USA First Financial ball. 17 for Joe Rush. He has half of his team's points. He's got the ball now. Behind his back to split the defense. It's poked from him. Walker into the front court. Here's Henson. Henson, 3-on-1, lays it off to Burns, and Burns sneaks it up and over the front of the rim. This is Cody Walden with the basketball. Walden's long-range jumper, that one's good. He went to the locker room at half and put on some shorts. Maybe that has freed him up a little bit. I think he was complaining a little bit about not having actual basketball shoes as well. It's his first basket of the ball game, as that's a fantastic move from Walker, his second field goal of the second half. And here comes Rush, driving and finishing. Joe Rush continues to be in attack mode. Quickly back the other way. Great defensive play by Julian Jones to get back and knock that one out of bounds. Inbounds here to Stevenson. He tried to throw it down, was unsuccessful. Here comes Rush. He lays it in with the left. 21 points for Joe Rush. Here's Stevenson. That time got the finish, looking for a foul as well. He's been a low down low for USA First Financial. Stevenson did not play in the first game of the year for PinchHit Consulting. Rush looking to stay hot. He's long on the three-point effort. Rebound Henson. Henson lost it. Here comes Rush. He's got three defenders in front of him. He doesn't care. He drives right at all three of them and earns himself a trip to the charity stripe. Joe Rush had 26 last Wednesday to propel USA First Financial to a win over Pivot League. He's got 21 right now, and we are still a healthy 13 minutes away from our Elam ending. Looks well on pace for an outrageous scoring performance as he misses the first free throw. Rush came into this game as the third leading scorer in the City League. John Hart, the leading scorer, he had 30 in his lone appearance, and Greg Foster had 27, or averaging 27. Joe Rush at 26, the third leading scorer in the City League, as that's a nice pass and a foul. Stevenson will head to the line. He'll tag John Foster for his second foul. Lead is 10, an opportunity to increase it here for Ref Stevenson at the free throw line. First free throw rattles in for Stevenson. Second free throw off for Stevenson as well, although the offensive rebound falls to Walker. Stevenson goes back up. He's got the bucket and the foul. A shot at a 5-point possession here. Check that, 4-point possession here for Ref Stevenson. He split the first pair of free throws. PinchHit Consulting got the offensive rebound. Stevenson cut. And now an opportunity here for an and one. And a 4-point possession. His free throw is good. Just like that, the lead is up to 14 for PinchHit Consulting. Rush, trapped. He splits that trap and gets all the way to the rim, and finishes. They tried to take it out of his hands, but to no avail. He's got 23. That's a long three off the mark. I think PinchHit Consulting was looking for a foul on that one. They aren't going to get it. Here's Rush. He's been pretty much playing 1-on-5. He's going to step into a top of the key three. That's short out the front of the rim. Rebound falls to Henson. Sizing up Foster. He gives it off to Burns. He'll step into a three at the top of the key, and that's off. Rush the rebound. Couldn't tell you the last time somebody not named Joe Rush took a shot for USA First Financial, and it's because he's been on fire. He misses the floater there, though. Wonder how much gas that Joe Rush has in the tank. He's trying to carry his team to victory. Trying to keep USA First Financial undefeated. Walker lost it on the way up. Jones, 2-on-1 here, will go up and under. He misses the first opportunity, but Joe Rush is there. An opportunistic basket for Joe Rush. Probably won't come much easier than that one. Spinning. Burns kicks to Henson. Henson inside the lane. He's got the jumper to fall. Was down to 10 momentarily, back up to 12 after that Henson jumper. 13.5 to play. Just over 9 minutes from our Elam ending, and seeing what our target score is. Joe Rush left alone left side. That one's well short. Might have been blocked by Stevenson. Here's a lob. Stevenson goes up, and he finishes it with two hands. Good pass by Burns. Stevenson on the receiving end of the alley-oop. We have a timeout by USA First Financial. The deficit is 14 for them. It's been a balanced attack for PinchHit Consulting so far in this contest. Webster and Henson were both in double figures in the first half. Walker now into double figures here in the second, as is ref Stevenson. So that makes it 4 players in double figures, and Justin Burns is knocking on the doorstep of double figures. It's been a balanced offensive attack for PinchHit Consulting. The same cannot be said for USA First Financial. It's been the Joe Rush show. He has 23 points. 23 of his team's 45. He had 14 in the first half. Both teams break from their huddles. USA First Financial you can start to see the whole idea of playing with just 5 players, not having any subs, not getting any break, perhaps starting to weigh on those on the USA First Financial bench. Especially Joe Rush. He's carried so much of the offensive workload on his shoulders. It'd be incredibly impressive if he could keep up that pace the entirety of the game. Foster here, guarded aggressively by Burns. Now it's Walden working against Webster. Walden crosses over, spinning back to his right hand on the left side. He can't finish, but there to clean up the miss is Julian Jones. Jones is put back, brings USA First Financial back to within 12. Here's Webster. He's lived inside the painted area. He gets there once again, kicks it out to Henson, whose 3 is short. Walden the rebound. Walden goes behind his back, lost it momentarily, picked it back up. Numbers here for USA First Financial, and it'll be Walden that takes it all the way to the basket. He's got 5 here in the second half. Henson, Webster, catch and shoot triple off the right side of the rim. And here comes Walker, a chance to get it into single digits. Walker drives, kicks, Foster from the left side, corner's got a 3. John Foster's first 3 of the ball game pulls USA First Financial back to within 7. Webster picks up his dribble. Stevenson, the mismatch down low. Right-handed jump hook is short. Here comes Rush. Rush driving, leaping, trying to finish with the left. He's short. Offensive rebound falls to Jones. Rush will reload from deep. The left side corner 3 is off, but Jones has the putback. Timeout. PinchHit Consulting with 11. 41 to play in the second half. We're just under 8 minutes from our Elam ending. And after they were down by double figures, 14 points, it's been a 10-0 run for USA First Financial coming out of that timeout. We'll see if this timeout can have a similar effect for PinchHit Consulting. PinchHit Consulting once held a 14-point lead. That lead down to 5. So a 9-0 run, I guess. My math a little bit off on that one. I think the key, though, for the last couple of minutes for USA First Financial, it hasn't just been the Joe Rush show. Cody Walden has been able to get to the basket and finish. Julian Jones has been active on the offensive glass as well. The defense has tightened up for USA First Financial, too. Couple of substitutions. Stevenson out. Gibson in for PinchHit Consulting. Right in as well as Burns gets a breather. Henson, top of the key, working against Rush. He finds Webster, far side of the floor. Webster driving baseline is cut off. Now to the middle of the floor. Step back, fall away jumper, rattles home. Webster has shown off his shiftiness tonight. He's gotten mostly anywhere he's wanted to go on the court. A double here for Joe Rush. Picks up his dribble, ball poked out. So he's regained that handle. He tries to split the hedge on the screen there from Wright, and Wright's going to be called for a foul. PinchHit Consulting sending multiple bodies at Joe Rush anytime he puts the ball on the floor. And I don't blame him. He's got 23. He is dominated on this end of the floor. Rush drives, hesitates, gets to the left side of the basket, can't finish with the right. But he has himself 2 free throws coming up here at the line. I mentioned it in the first half. Joe Rush came into tonight the 3rd leading scorer on the men's side of things, averaging 26 points per game. First free throw is short. Of course, USA First Financial has only played 1 game, but he did have 26 in that contest. 3rd leading scorer on the men's side of the City League has the 2nd free throw, and he's looking to improve his scoring average tonight. He's up to 24. Webster, guarded by Walker. Top of the key. Will rise and fire from 3. That's off the front of the rim. Rush the rebound. 2-on-4 here for USA First Financial, and that's a corner 3 off target from John Foster. Walker the rebound. He's pushing it forward. Henson all alone on the left side wing is short on the 3-point jumper. Walker the rebound, trying to dump it down low to right. And we have a whistle and a foul going to be called against John Foster. I believe they're going to call Foster for a push on Walker, who is trying to make that pass down low into a tight area. We're about 5 minutes from our target score. It's a 6-point lead from PinchHit Consulting. You got to respect the effort here from USA First Financial to stay in this game. Just 5 players. They started the game with 4. Walker, step back, now step through, flipping it up with a left hand. The finger rolls off. Offensive rebound right. He goes up and is fouled. Julian Jones down there upset with himself, unable to come up with that defensive rebound. And Tyrone Wright, who out of the free throw line, he was scoreless in game 1 of the season for PinchHit Consulting. He was scoreless in that first half as well. He's got 2 shots upcoming. Looking to get on the scoreboard. Wright's first free throw falls. Some chatter now along the free throw line as well. I believe that's Wright and Rush going back and forth as Wright knocks down the second. A perfect trip at the line. Here's Julian Jones. Foster working against Henson will slow it down and find the handoff here to Rush. Rush stepping into a long 3. That one halfway down before falling out. Here comes Walker. Walker, right side of the lane, flipping it up over his head. And we have a whistle and a foul. And a technical now going to be awarded to the USA First Financial bench. John Foster was called for the shooting foul. It'll send Jordan Walker to the line. So he has 2 shots at the line plus this technical foul shot, and I'm not sure what the USA First Financial bench going to be called for the technical foul. I'm not sure what it was for. I'm wearing a headset, so my hearing not great all the way over there, but I didn't necessarily hear anything. First free throw, the technical foul shot falls in for Walker. So now we've got 2 from the shooting foul upcoming. Now our 4th technical foul called of the night. There was 3 in the first game. Our first 4 technical fouls of the TCL season. First free throw is good. I can't hear what's going on. There's some conversation on the USA First Financial bench, but I don't know what's being said. Second free throw of the 2-shot foul off the mark from Walker. Here comes Joe Rush. His team is now back down by double figures. Rush sees 2. Pulls it back out, sidestep, 3 on its way, and Joe Rush has another. He hasn't been the most efficient, but he's been a certified bucket getter. That's a block sent back by Jones. Here comes Foster looking for Rush. He threw it away. Webster, right wing, 3 on its way. It's short, put back no good from right. Rush grabs the rebound. Numbers here for USA First Financial. Wright steps into a 3 that's long. Hinson with the board. 7-point lead. 90 seconds away, thereabouts, from our Elam ending. Webster into the corner. Here's Walker. Jab step. Driving baseline cut off. Poked out of bounds. Last touched, they'll say, by Walden. Substitutions coming in now. Gibson will sit, as will Wright. Stevenson and Burns back in for PinchHit Consulting, who is currently enjoying a 7-point lead. It's been as high as 14 for PinchHit Consulting tonight. That's a baseline drive, a kick out. It swings around the perimeter. Here's Burns. Step back, mid-range jumper is short. Rebound out of bounds. Good play there by Walden. He threw it off of Burns to save possession, and a timeout will be taken on the far side of the floor. USA First Financial going to use it. A smart timeout there. USA First Financial again playing with just 5 players. One last break here, one last breather before we hit our Elam ending in around 42 seconds. It'll be the first dead ball under that 4-minute mark. USA First Financial 1-0, looking to make it 2-0. They are short-handed, though, tonight. Found a couple of last-minute substitutes, including Chris Walker and Cody Walden. The Brummett brothers, Armand and Amir, who combined for 31 in that win for USA First Financial over Pivot League. They aren't here tonight. So it's been the Joe Rush show for much of the night. He had 14 in the first half. My unofficial calculation, my guesstimation would be he's right around the 30 mark, probably just a hair below 30. Both teams break from the huddle. We're ready for our sprint to the finish. Elam ending around 40 seconds away. Walden looking for Rush on the inbounds pass, and Rush goes careening into the scoreboard. At first it was called out of bounds on Rush, but now the referee from the far side, or excuse me, my near side of the floor, the referee on the far side of the floor from the play, going to whistle a foul against Kobe Webster, ushering Rush into the scorer's table. Quick wardrobe change for the scorer's table over there. Rush had to be careful there. He almost picked up a technical foul. He was upset that there was no foul called initially, as Foster drives and finishes with the right hand. A big-time finish there for John Foster to take closer to the 4-minute mark. course, we won't get our Elam ending here with Foster at the free throw line. A chance to pull his team within 4. Foster at the line, looking to pull his team within 4. He does so. USA First Financial not out of this yet. Again, the lead for PinchHit Consulting has been as high as 14, driving and getting fouled is Jordan Walker. See if they tag Foster or Jones with that foul. If it's Foster, that's his 3rd or 4th. It will send Jordan Walker to the free throw line. Clock has stopped momentarily. Walker knocks in the first free throw. He's been really good in the second half, Jordan Walker. Had 11, 6, and 3, and an efficient 11, 6, and 3 in the loss to Press Play Gaming Lounge, but he's been very, very good today, specifically in this second half. Looking to make it 2 for 2 at the line. Walker does so. Timeout taken here by PinchHit Consulting. That will send us to our Elam ending. A smart timeout there. That will force us to the Elam ending with a target score of 76. With 67-61, the lead for PinchHit Consulting. A target score now on the board of 76. Walden attacking, driving, got it poked from behind by Walker, and he lost it out of bounds. Last touched by USA First Financial. Inbounded quickly. Walker has it. Now Burns. Burns has some space, dumps it looking for Stevenson, but that pass is intercepted. Foster probing. He's doubled. Needs some help. He gets it off to Jones. Jones driving, stepping back, right elbow jump shot off. Joe Rush comes in flying for the rebound, trying to finish with the left hand. He can't. Burns has it. 4-on-1 here. Here's Walker. He goes up and under to finish with the reverse. Lead is 8. Here's Jones. Splitting the double, driving, finishing with the right. Webster countering right to left. He's been quiet in this second half. Driving left, stopping, pulling up from 2 and drilling it. Within 5 of the target score is PinchHit Consulting. Inbound comes in here to Walker. Full court pressure applied by Henson, but he breaks that easily. Here's Walden. He'll let it fly from the corner. That one barely grazed the rim. Here comes Webster into the front court. It's Burns all alone underneath the basket for 2. Within 1 possession of the victory is PinchHit Consulting. Their lead is back to double figures. It's 10. Foster, that's a long 2-point jumper off the mark. Here comes Walker. Will he settle for the 3? He will for the win, and he's got it. Jordan Walker, a 3-pointer to win it for PinchHit Consulting. The first win of the season for PinchHit Consulting. They improved to 1-0. Meanwhile, USA First Financial dropping to 1-1. Next time, USA First Financial back in action a couple of weeks from now. They take on Press Play Gaming Lounge on Thursday, July 17th. PinchHit Consulting back in action next Wednesday against 0-2 Hoop Bus. Well, that'll be it for this one. PinchHit Consulting grabbing their first win of the year over USA First Financial. We'll head over to a new YouTube stream. Up next, we've got Mambo's Cheesesteak Grill versus Press Play Gaming Lounge. You won't want to miss it here at the Bonner Center.